Hello everyone, welcome. So you're on day number 4, first week over and done with pretty much. Hopefully this morning you guys all cooked yourselves or baked yourselves a Swiss roll with a bit of jam inside of it. If you didn't, hopefully you've already collected the ingredients, or if you're part of the program. If you're not, the ingredients are all in the video that will be on YouTube. As always, we're on YouTube. We're under Healthy Holidays, and we've got all of our day's videos on. As soon as this video is over and done with, it'll be up and live. Yeah, very soon we'll have a full week's worth on there. As I'm sure you're all aware, it's a 2-week program. So by the end of next week, you'll have all 2 weeks worth of stuff on YouTube. Hopefully you'll have participated live. You'll have done a bit of cooking. You'll have done a bit of exercise with Kevin in the morning, whose sessions, by the way, are awesome. I joined in the other day with my camera off. I'm definitely not as fit as some of those kids on that program are, but anyway, yeah, let's get started. So last time you were with me, it was day 2, and we were talking about the right food. So we talked about what a plate looks like and things like that, which I'll recap for you in a minute. But I'll start with the learning objectives. So today, we're going to learn the importance of eating healthy foods and learn how food can affect your mood. So those are our 2 learning objectives. We like to start with learning objectives because then we can really evaluate whether we've learned anything or not. Yeah, I hope you've got kids with you, because that's always the best way to do it. Obviously, we're aiming these at kids. It's great for kids and adults to do this together, to share knowledge and things, but it is really, really beneficial if you've got a child there. So if you remember from 2 days ago, we talked about Callie, the leftover cauliflower. She's a superhero. The best thing about Callie is that she saves people. She flies, she jumps from building to building, and she wouldn't be able to do it without the different meals and foods we talk about today. Can everybody remember Callie? If you just discussed that very briefly. Do you remember Callie? Do you remember Callie's friend Paul? Have you joined in on any of Joe's exercise sessions? If you have joined in on Joe's exercise sessions, you will know all about Paul, who's a cool runner. He's a single pea in a pod, but he loves to do marathons. That is his goal, which you would have done yesterday. So recap the right food. So the main 4 food groups, which we discussed on Tuesday, were fruit and vegetables, carbohydrates, which we've called breads, pasta, potatoes, dairy, which we've called milk, yogurt, and cheese, and protein, which we've called meat, fish, pulses, and beans. So yeah, very exciting. And this was what we discussed as the right amount. If you participated 2 days ago, you'll have had a little go. You'll have figured out what you thought the right amounts were. This is the right amount per day. So it doesn't have to be per meal. For breakfast, you might have more carbohydrates and less of everything else. But then you might have less carbohydrates later in the day and more of fruit and veg and more of other things. This is just what your total day should look like. Yeah. Now I've got a question for you. Can you remember? I'm sure you can, but how many fruit and veg should we have minimum per day? What does the government say? I'm hoping you're all shouting numbers out at home. I'm hoping that everybody's saying 5, 5, 5, because if so, you would be correct. So, mood and food introduction. I'm going to play a little video here for you. It's from Mind, if you want to go and watch it, at home, but it's really good and really interesting. So hopefully you'll be able to hear this. If not, I'll put the link in the description below.
8 ways to get
So there we have it. Oops, don't need to watch it again. There we have it. Mind, really good video there, showing you guys a little bit about managing your mind with food. So these are some of the tips that it shares. Eating regularly. We can't stress this enough. A lot of people don't do it. Do you guys always have breakfast, lunch and dinner, or breakfast, dinner and tea, whatever you might call it? Do you all have it? Do you want to look at the adult next to you and the kid next to you and say, can you honestly say you have all of those all the time? If so, you might be in a great position. If you maybe skip breakfast every day, it's probably not a good thing if it affects your mood and your mind. What about lunchtime? Do you always have food at the middle of the day? And is it consistent? Do you sometimes have dinner or tea at 4 o'clock? Do you sometimes have it at 8 o'clock? It's regularly and consistency that definitely helps. As we said on the previous session, get your 5 a day, and a good variety of 5 a day too. What I said last time was 5 fruit isn't going to be great for you, and 5 veg isn't. But if you got 2 fruit and 3 veg, or vice versa, that's really good. Obviously, you can aim for more, but get a good variety. Looking after your gut, so putting those nice, good foods inside of you to help your gut, because as it said, if you're not looking after your gut, your brain is not going to be looked after or feel like it's looked after either. And that's what it's all about, making sure that we look after our brain so that our mood and we feel good. Protein does a lot of things, but it also helps our brain function. And if we don't have protein, we're not going to function as well as we should do. Obviously, as we said before, protein has other added benefits like muscle growth, so we'll become big and strong. But it does affect your mind too. Caffeine. Now, I would hope the kids that are here aren't drinking too much caffeine. I would hope that it's just a little bit or none at all, but it could be that you don't realize you're having it, maybe in chocolate, maybe they're having a lot of Coca-Cola. It could be anything. However, it is good to manage that caffeine. Lots and lots of caffeine, especially in drinks like cola, which have also got tons of sugar in, aren't going to be good for your mood because it's going to be going up and down. You're going to feel withdrawal symptoms once it's worn off. You're going to feel tired once it's worn off. It's going to make you feel a little bit anxious. It's really not good for your mental health. Physical health either, but we're talking about mental health here. And eating the right fats. So we all worry about fats. Everybody hears the word fat and they go, oh, I can't have that. But actually, as this video said, there are things we call good fats. So chicken, you've got you've got certain types of oil, you've got like oily fish, things like that. They're really good fats because they're really good for your body and for your mind. So it's really good if we keep those in mind. So just as a start task, for which foods do you get cravings? Just look around with the person with you and think about what foods do I get? Oh, I can't, I wish I could have that. Or, oh, I really could have that. For me, I get that craving for Chinese food. I go, oh, I love Chinese food. Or my other half, my girlfriend, she always goes, oh, McDonald's. What is it that you go, oh, I wish I could have one of those right now? Have a think. Take a couple of seconds, look at the person next to you, the adult around you, the child with you, and go, what is it you guys crave? You might crave the same thing. It might be different. Could be just chocolate milk, could be milk, could be anything. But I'm just curious as to what it is you guys get cravings for. Okay, I had to think about that. Had a bit of a discussion. What do you think trigger those cravings? So for me, I always get those cravings when I go on social media, go on Instagram, and I see people. They post like bowls of ramen. They post Chinese food. They say, "Oh, it's my Friday night dish." That's my craving. My girlfriend, she'll see that McDonald's has put chicken mayos back on the menu, and she'll go, "Oh, I've got to go for one of those." Or she'll say, "Oh, they've now got milkshakes. I've got to go for that." What do you think triggers you guys? What is it that you maybe smell? Maybe you go, "Oh, can smell that. Oh, I really want that. Maybe just waking up in the morning. Maybe waking up reminds you of having pancakes on your birthday or on pancake day. It could be anything. Have a little discussion about that for a few moments. How difficult do you think it is to control your cravings then? So you've said what your cravings are, for me it's Chinese. So for me, Chinese is triggered by Instagram and things like that. So then how difficult is it to control those cravings? Well, for me, the craving is Chinese food, and I get the craving, it's triggered by social media. So really, if it's making me unwell, if I'm having too much of it, I just need to reevaluate my social media, remove those people or temporarily block those people or come off social media. It could be that if it is waking up in the morning, you just need to maybe train yourself to like something else. I understand it's not always as easy as just saying, oh, we can just control it. But if you really think about it, if you really say to yourself, why am I craving this? And then think about what that food will do for you. Will it make you healthy, or will it actually make you maybe a little bit chubby? Maybe will it make you feel not very well? Maybe feel angry? It's thinking about those cravings and breaking them down. It's taking the craving, and then instead of just going, actually, you know what, I want it, I'm going to eat it. It's going, actually, I want it, but what will it do for me? Why do I want it? Maybe I'm not so bothered about it anymore. Often with cravings, it is just giving it a little bit of time. It's like you see something you want to buy on the internet, you see a bit of clothes, and then if you go straight onto the website right there and then, chances are you're going to buy it. But if you actually take a bit of time, think, you know what else could I spend the money on? And then you think, maybe I won't buy it. And then, you've made that informed decision. Whereas it's kind of the same with cravings, I think. At least that's my experience of cravings. We'll move on to the next slide. So, slow energy releasing foods such as whole grain cereals, brown rice, oats, and nuts and seeds. If you try eating those, they're going to really help you on a daily basis, especially if you have them first thing in the morning for breakfast. You maybe porridge, something like that. Maybe you have rice for lunch. It's going to give you really slow energy burning foods, which are going to provide you with the energy you need throughout the day. And why should we have those? Well, we should have those because mental and emotional symptoms of potentially eating badly is a sign of your blood sugar levels dropping. And so the idea is that you would have more of these carbohydrates, more of these really wholesome foods, so that you don't get emotional drops. You're quite emotionally stable. Your blood sugar levels are very stable. It's all about trying to even out and create like a norm for your body. Because what happens is a lot of people will have lots of sugar in the morning, it'll drop off at lunchtime, they'll have more in the afternoon, and it's kind of like an up, down pattern. Whereas if you have a small amount of these for each meal, you're going to have a really constant energy level. You're not going to feel mentally drained, you're not going to feel emotionally drained. You're going to have slow and steady energy burning throughout the day, releasing into your bloodstream. And often these things are going to fill you up more. They're probably going to stop you from feeling those cravings for a Chinese maybe, or for anything else. Would it be easy to add those into your diet, do you think? How easy would it be to swap, I suppose, to a better alternative? And how much of a difference would it have on your life? What do you think? Because for me, swapping to what those things said there is easy. Instead of having white rice, I have brown rice. Instead of having terrible cereal in the morning, I just have some porridge. Maybe I have some yogurt with some oats, a bit of nuts in, maybe some seeds. It's not difficult, but it's about making that conscious decision to give us that energy throughout the day. Do you think you guys can do it? Say to the person with you whether you think it's possible for you to do that or not. easy? Do you think it'd be easy for you to swap to a better food source, or is it more difficult? Okay. So let's talk about the impact. What's the impact of you eating the right foods? Well, the impact is you're going to be a healthy hero. The impact is that you can put on a cape and say, you know what? I'm a healthy eating hero. I'm a healthy holiday hero. I eat the right foods. That gives me the energy I need for the day. I can get through the day. I don't need anything else. I've got food. I've got the right food. I'm not going to have a peak in the morning and then drop at lunchtime and then have a peak again in the afternoon. I'm going to constantly have energy all the way through the day. I could run a marathon. I could run to a burning building to save a person. I could have the energy all day long to climb up a tree, not just at specific points of the day. It's going to make you a hero. And don't you want to be a hero? I know I want to be a hero. I thought so. So round one, versus. What we're looking at is, as I said before, how easy is it to swap? Because Coca-Cola has really high levels of sugar. It has really high levels of caffeine. So this is going to mess with your brain on so many levels. The caffeine is going to interfere with your brain, and the sugar is going to interfere with your brain. The sugar is also going to make your body really energetic, and it's going to lose energy straight away. It's going to be very inconsistent. Water, on the other hand, comes out of the tap. It's available in every shop. It's easy to get a hold of. It's a lot cheaper than Coca-Cola too. So why would we choose Coca-Cola? Because water is great for your body. Absolutely amazing. Probably couldn't have anything else good for your body than water. It's great for your mood. It's great for your brain. It's great for every function within your body. You made up a lot of water. You're made up of a lot of water. So why would you choose Coca-Cola? It's going to make you feel rubbish. It's going to make you feel up and then down. It might make you feel anxious. Why would you choose Coca-Cola? Well, because it tastes sweet. Do you want to substitute health, being a hero, for something that tastes nice? Would a hero substitute water for Coca-Cola? I'm not sure they would. What about round two? Skittles versus apples. They're both sweet. They're both a bit crunchy. Skittles are more chewy. Whereas Skittles have tons more of the bad sort of sugar in. Whereas Apple has a lot of natural sugar in. It's got a lot of natural energy. It's going to keep you going for a lot longer than Skittles are. They're both sweet. They're both tasty. Apples are a lot cheaper than Skittles. So you're saving money. You're doing better things for your body and mind. So why would you not choose the apple? You see what I mean? It's very easy, isn't it, to get stuck into a pattern of having the unhealthy things because they taste nicer. But really, if you stop and go, actually, I have a packet of Skittles and I have an apple, they're both going to give me energy, but the apple's going to give me it for longer and more consistently, whereas the Skittles are going to be good and then bad. I'm going to feel nice and then rubbish. The Skittles are doing nothing for my brain, whereas the apple is actually helping my brain. When you take the time to think, it's quite easy to go, actually, you know what? I am going to eat the healthier thing. Because at the end of the day, we all want to be heroes. This one here, the sugar puffs or the porridge. Now, I don't know about you, but that bowl of porridge looks very appetizing to me. It's got oats in it. It's got a little bit of sweet. It's got milk in it. It's got dairy. The sugar puffs have sugar, have white carbohydrates, not great for you. It's going to slow the way on the left-hand image, is going to slow the way your digestive system works down. It's not good for your gut. The sugar's not good for your brain. On the other hand, you've got this porridge, which is great for your brain. It's great for your gut. It gives you lots and lots of energy throughout the day. I mean, that one on the right is going to make you a hero, isn't it? So surely it's not that difficult to be a hero. We can all be it. It just means stopping and thinking and making that conscious decision to swap to the better one, to swap to the one that's better for your body. You see what I'm doing? You see what I'm saying here? I reckon you understand. I reckon you're now thinking, you know what? I'm gonna think more when I have breakfast Do I have Nutella on my toast? Or actually, shall I take a step back and have something better than toast? Shall I go for brown bread instead of white bread? Shall I have seeds in it? Because seeds are really good for my body. Shall I have a little bit less butter? Maybe I don't need any Nutella on top, because it's only a little bit of Nutella. It's not that good in comparison to what it will do for me. Just thinking about it. You might disagree, but these are the facts. Number 4, you fancy a snack. You've got a craving for some food or something sweet. You could have a Cadbury's Dairy Milk. We all love a Cadbury's Dairy Milk. Again, sugar. It's got a little bit of caffeine in. It's not good for our bodies at all. It's got the wrong sort of fats. That yogurt there on the right-hand side, it's yogurt, so it's fat. It's dairy. It's got fruit, so it's sweet. It's got sugar. It's got the good sort of sugar in. Got some oats on top. Oats are great for your body, for your gut and for your mind, and for the slow release energy. So you've got a sweet treat on the right-hand side that gives you all these great things. It's going to keep you going. It's going to make you into the superhero you want to be. The one on the left just makes you fat. Do you know what I mean? It's quite weird, isn't it? That our brains go, yeah, we want that one. We want the healthy one. But actually, when we look at it and we really think about it, it seems so illogical for us to go for the chocolate bar. So I want to know what we've learned. Eating regularly can keep my energy levels up. What do you think? Yes or no? Does eating regularly keep your energy levels up? Sorry guys, got somebody waving at me from a window. Thought I'd wave back at them. So I think you probably all decided at home what your answer is to that. I'm gonna do the rest of the questions, then we'll go over at the end. Staying hydrated is important for my mood. Yes or no? Staying hydrated, drinking lots of water, maybe some tea, maybe you drink watered down fruit juice. Is it good for your mood? Yes or no? All right. And the final question, can food affect my mood? So the things I put into my body, the things I eat, the things that I digest, do they affect your mood? Also, I've just realized, guys, that does say, can food affect my food? It is supposed to say, can food affect my mood? But yeah, can the food you put into your body affect your mood? Okay. So I'm hoping you put yes for all 3 of those, because it is in fact yes for all 3 of those. Now do you see, guys, how eating regularly, staying hydrated, eating the right food all affects your mood? If you do all those things, you will be a healthy holiday superhero. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you have a great day. As per usual, if you enjoyed this video, like it, subscribe, tell your friends, and come back next week. I really enjoyed doing these sessions, and I look forward to doing some more next week for you guys. Have a great day. See you later.